Hi everyone, and welcome along to the Watercolour Advent Calendar Day 6. So on the 6th of December, let's find out what we're going to paint. A Christmas star, how lovely. Okay, grab your paints and let's get started. So, a Christmas star. Let's begin with a vertical line. Oh, whoops, and then you know what? I need to get my bit of paper to protect the rest of my calendar. That's what I was missing. And now a horizontal line if you want to do it with a ruler, and that's very sensible. And then crossing it over and crossing it over, so you're left with a star shape like that. Now we're going to paint in some nice cadmium yellow we've got here, but we also want some yellow ochre because we're going to paint this star to make it look like it's got a three-dimensional feel to it. I hope you've been enjoying the tutorials so far, and they're a nice little mindful moment in all the rush of Christmas planning. It's so important to take some time for yourself, and I really hope that this calendar is doing that. And please feel free to share your paintings progress on social media, on Instagram. That's where you'll find me most active, to be honest. Right, so I'm going to start with, I've got a 3/10 brush, but a 0 would do very well. I'm going to make the vertical and horizontal lines the main thrust of the star. So I'm going to start just a little bit higher up, and I'm going to come down like this, and I'm going to come out like that, making a very sort of sharp pointed triangle basically. And then I'm going to come down the other side with more of the thin point of my brush. And so we've got a nice bits of unpainted space there, and now I'm going to just use a little bit of yellow ochre up the centre, just blending in a little bit. And I'm going to now do the same. Make it look a bit like a jewel. A little bit of fluff there. So yellow ochre is my sort of low light colour to my highlight of cadmium yellow. And now we can just go back to our diagonal points. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two angles here, and I'm going to do a shorter point on this star. And then just clean wet brush, just painting in one half of each one, and then a little bit of yellow ochre just up the middle. Okay, we're going to let that dry, and then we'll add a little bit more detail. Okay, so I've got my smallest brush now and a bit of concentrated yellow ochre, and I am going to outline 1/2 of each star point. As a left-hander, I seem to be gravitating towards certain sides, but it's completely up to you what you prefer. Also, you might have a slightly wobblier side, which you just think, oh, I could just do with just tidying that up a tiny bit. And also, if you've drawn your pencil nice and lightly, then there won't be too much of a call for rubbing it out afterwards. I'm not really actually having to rub out my pencil too much after each illustration, which is cool. And there we go, your Christmas star.